Welcome everybody. Today I'll be talking about student mental health and well-being, and I'll introduce you to a couple of great resources. So what is mental health and well-being? It's about being mentally well, happy and content with one's life and circumstances, understanding yourself and your ability as a human to achieve, contribute to society and be fulfilled in your schooling, working and social life. It is about being able to handle and deal with what life throws at you, the stresses, the heartache, the everyday life challenges. Developing strategies to have a lifetime of good mental health starts right from the beginning. What children are exposed to in their early years can have a great effect on how they develop mentally and how they acquire coping skills to deal with life. Between the ages of 2 and 5, children can show early signs of mental disorders. These disorders include attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and internalizing disorders, for example, anxiety and depression. Some of these disorders children will grow out of, but some can be ongoing into adolescence and beyond. Here are some statistics of children who have mental illnesses around the world. In Australia, there is about 14% of children between the ages of 14 and 16 who have mental disorders. As teachers, it is important to train and develop skills to help children who are struggling with mental illness, but also to help students who are mentally well develop resilience and coping strategies that will help them throughout life. Children need help with recognizing their emotions and developing skills to handle these emotions. Skills such as mindfulness, meditation, and slow breathing. Which leads me into my first resource, My Magic Breath. This book can be used to introduce children to breathing as a coping strategy when their emotions such as fear, sadness, and anger get the best of them. It can also be used to calm students who are easily distracted or hyperactive. The book can be read to the whole class, and the teacher can get the children involved by practicing their breathing with the characters. The children will connect with this book as it is colourful, interactive, and very calming. The children will also be able to see that it is okay to feel sad, and you can get past those feelings and celebrate being happy. After the book, the children can participate in the blow paint activity. This is where they'll get to blow paint through a straw. They can choose the colours for their painting that represents how they are feeling in the moment. The teacher can follow the activity by having the children share their paintings, asking them questions such as, why did you choose those colours and how were you feeling when you were doing your painting? This is also a great opportunity for the teacher to see if there are children struggling with any issues. My second resource is the Smiling Mind app. It is a complete package that can be used for a topic, a term, or the whole year. There are tailored modules for each year level. Each module includes a lesson, a practice, and a debrief. There is even a section for teacher development. In the lesson section, there is the learning intention, the rationale, the big question, where the teacher can ask, have you heard of mindfulness before? And the actual lesson, where the teacher gets to explain what mindfulness is about. The next section is the practice, the meditation. This one's called the Bubble Journey. The children will listen to a recording that will help them relax and breathe. They will follow their colourful bubble around their body. The actual meditation goes for 7 minutes and 25 seconds. After the meditation, there'll be the debrief. This is where the teacher gets to ask questions and discuss the meditation. Here is an example of some questions that would be asked. The children will really connect with the Smiling Mind as it is very structured. Each topic flows on to the next, and this is great as the children will be able to extend their understanding and learning of mindfulness. The children will also connect with the activities. In today's crazy world, it will give them an opportunity to relax and just be. The Australian curriculum identifies the importance of being able to recognise emotions and what contributes or affects these emotions, helping children believe there is a strength in recognising how they feel and how they can deal with those feelings. In conclusion, we have a role and responsibility in looking after our children and their mental health and well-being. We need to help children believe that finding peace and calm within oneself is a superpower. Thanks for listening.